The importance of saving for emergencies. Having an emergency fund is one of the most important steps you can take to protect your financial well-being. Emergencies can happen to anyone at any time, and without a safety net, you could be left in a difficult financial situation. First, let's define what an emergency fund is. It is simply a savings account that is set aside for unexpected expenses or emergencies. This could be anything from a medical emergency to a car repair or a job loss. An emergency fund can provide a cushion that helps you cover these expenses without going into debt or using credit cards. So, how much should you save in your emergency fund? While there is no one-size-fits-all answer, financial experts generally recommend saving 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This includes everything from rent or mortgage payments to utilities, groceries, and transportation costs. However, the exact amount you need will depend on your individual circumstances. For example, if you have a stable job with a steady income, you may only need to save 3 months' worth of expenses. On the other hand, if you're self-employed or work in an industry with high job volatility, you may want to aim for 6 months or more. It's also important to consider any additional expenses you may have, such as medical bills or childcare costs. These can add up quickly and should be factored into your savings goal. So, how can you start building your emergency fund? Here are some practical tips. Set a savings goal. Look at your income and expenses to determine how much you can realistically save each month, and then create a plan to achieve your goal. This may involve cutting back on discretionary expenses, such as eating out or buying new clothes, in order to allocate more money towards your emergency fund. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account on a regular basis, such as every paycheck or once a month. This way, you won't have to remember to transfer the money manually, and you'll be less likely to spend it on other things. Reduce your expenses. Look for ways to reduce your expenses. This could mean renegotiating your cable or phone bill, shopping for groceries at a discount store, or cutting back on non-essential purchases. Increase your income. Consider increasing your income to help you save more quickly. This could mean taking on a side gig or freelance work, asking for a raise at your current job, or even selling items you no longer need or use. Keep your emergency fund separate. It's important to keep your emergency fund separate from your other savings accounts or checking accounts. This will help you resist the temptation to spend the money on non-emergency expenses. Revisit your emergency fund regularly. It's important to revisit your emergency fund regularly to make sure it is still adequate. If your expenses have increased, you may need to adjust your savings goal accordingly. Now, let's talk about the benefits of having an emergency fund. One of the most obvious benefits is the peace of mind it provides. Knowing that you have a safety net can help alleviate financial stress and anxiety. Another benefit is that an emergency fund can help you avoid high-interest debt. If you have to rely on credit cards or loans to cover unexpected expenses, you may end up paying high interest rates that can add up quickly. With an emergency fund, you can cover these expenses without incurring additional debt. An emergency fund can also help you avoid making hasty or impulsive financial decisions. Without a safety net, you may feel pressured to take on any job or accept any loan offer, even if it's not in your best interest. With an emergency fund, you have more flexibility and can make decisions that are aligned with your long-term financial goals. Furthermore, having an emergency fund can help you weather economic downturns or unexpected life events, such as a job loss or a medical emergency. It can provide a buffer that allows you to keep up with your bills and expenses until you're able to get back on your feet. Finally, having an emergency fund can help you build a strong financial foundation. It's an important step in achieving financial stability and independence, and can give you the confidence to pursue other financial goals, such as buying a home or starting a business. In summary, having an emergency fund is crucial for your financial well-being. It provides a safety net that can help you navigate unexpected expenses or emergencies without going into debt or making hasty financial decisions. By setting a savings goal, automating your savings, reducing your expenses, and keeping your emergency fund separate, you can start building your own emergency fund today. And by doing so, you'll be taking an important step towards achieving financial stability and independence. Thanks for watching.